Papa Joe's on South Street, iconic place here in Milford, New Hampshire, and I'm here with Papa Joe himself, Joe O'Neill. Joe, tell me a little bit, how does Papa Joe start up?
Oh, so Papa Joe started, we used to be on the oval called Humble Pie, and we just did home meal replacement, which would be this stuff here in the case. Well, you know, that was becoming generic, everybody was doing it. So Travis actually, him and his buddies said we should get into burgers. So we spent a whole summer, we ended up buying this building, and we spent a whole summer developing the burger. We tried, you know, all different kinds of cuts of meat, different sprays, all the different stuff, and we came up with this burger. And so the first day we opened, we did 25 burgers, and it was just Travis and I. And we were like, how are we going to keep up with this? Well, 25 burgers would never pay the rent, but we were just like holding crap, you know? And now we do a couple, you know, 200 to 300 a day. So.
200 to 300 burgers. Yeah. There's a number of different varieties.
Yes.
How do you come up with all the names?
All the names that are on the menu basically are the people that helped build this place. So like the Matt Steakhouse builder, he was the contractor. The Tim's Bacon Cheeseburger, he was our plumber. The Steve's Fish Sandwich, which we run as a special Thursday, Friday, he was the electrician. And, you know, every one of this, Kelsey's Burger, who's my daughter, and she's behind the line right now. Marcel's is the mamas, and Opa, that was other people that have helped us, and, you know, influenced us in our life. So they're all named after somebody that has something to do, you know, with here.
And in fact, you're extremely community orientated. You even have a Spartan burger named after the Milford Spartans.
Yes, the Milford Spartans. That was when they went 2011, I believe it was. They went back-to-back champions, and I basically went to every single game. And then when they won the championship, I gave everybody on the team a free burger, and I came up with a Spartan burger. And later there's a sign up there that explains it, because I named, everything is like named after a kid. Jamie Hot Dog Holder, you know what I mean? I had given them all nicknames to go along with the burger. So this is where the Spartan burger came from. So you can see I wrote like a poem for it, and I'll just read it real quick. From the very first game, these kids were fresh on a roll. They never let us down. Well seasoned, we watched them ground out their beef weekly on the gym floor. Sometimes we saw a little hot dog, but we knew we could count on these guys to bring home the bacon. They were top class cheerleaders and fans, never cheesy, but my core ears are still ringing. They brought it, they believed, and never quit, and that's the barbecue sauce. So in the end, let it be known throughout the land, this group of kids got it done. They're state champions, they're number one. And then they get it still to this day half price. And so we still run that, and that is still half price to the seniors at the school. So every year they become a senior, they get all excited because they come in here and they pay $3 for a spot.
For a Spartan burger?
Yes, exactly.
And you also have a number of other items on your menu.
Yes, yep. We've just gotten into chicken recently, so we've got the Barnyard Burger and the Clucker. The Clucker is just a chicken sandwich that you can make any way you want, and then the Barnyard is actually called Big Nell's Barnyard, and he should be in a little bit because he's here almost every day. He came up with it, and he said, we'll take that new Clucker and put it on there. He wanted a burger on it, bacon, cheese. I think it has onion rings. It's a big burger, and it has ketchup and tartar sauce, which makes almost like a McDonald's secret sauce. So it's called the Big Nell Barnyard Burger, and it's been going well.
And coming through the door now, it's Big Nell, the creator of the Barnyard Burger. And we're certainly going to try that Barnyard Burger today. Nell, tell us a little bit about the Barnyard Burger.
It's delicious. It's a meal within a meal.
What's involved?
The Barnyard is a Papa Joe's burger with the Papa Joe's Clucker chicken breast, bacon, toppings on their specially toasted bun, and I like mine with fries.
So we're at the grill with Grill Master Travis O'Neill, and we're about to endeavor in the experience of the Barnyard Burger. Travis, can you walk us through the burger? So first we have, go ahead, Phil.
Alright, so we're going to start out with the bun. Here's the bun, it's getting tartar sauce on it. Get the tartar sauce to come out. Alright, and then it gets ketchup.
All designed by Nell himself.
Then we get lettuce
You got the chicken patty here?
and pickles.
Alrighty, that's about a 5-inch stack.
That's the chicken patty.
Chicken patty.
So the reason it's called barnyard is because
we have chicken,
chicken.
and we put cheese on top.
So-
And then we have beef and pork. More cheese.
Of course.
And then you have the chicken, the beef, and the pork.
So you've
Right on
effectively
top.
taken the entire barnyard and you put
And
it
you've
into
got
a
your
burger.
lettuce, your pickles, and
And then there you go.
stack that.
Now, how tall would you say this burger is?
6 inches maybe?
Irish 6, normal 5.
Oh my gosh! And so you've got a full patty of chicken, a full burger, 3 slices of bacon, wrapped around 2 slices of cheese, bread, lettuce, pickles. This is a veritable potpourri of delight.
Yes,
And somebody's going to eat that.
the big man himself.
The moment has arrived. The barnyard burger is complete. This is an amazing stack of everything.
Yes.
And how often have you gotten this burger?
Once a week or so since it's been here.
Wow. And is there any good way to eat this?
I haven't found the perfect way yet to eat the barnyard burger. I have tried multiple ways. I've tried to pick it up as a whole. Unfortunately, you can never get the whole thing in your mouth. So today I'm going to try to cut it in half and see how that works.
So this is today's strategy.
This is today's strategy.
Now, when you finish this, do you make sure you don't have a lot of things to do after?
Yes. Normally with the barnyard, I make sure my afternoon is free for a nap.
So look at this. You've got all these different layers and different levels of delight. Give it a shot. I can't imagine how it can't. Definitely a couple napkins to make this worthwhile.
And you need napkins, yes.
And here come the fries to complement it. Now, you've been constantly featured on a number of different venues. You've been named the best burger a number of times by a number of places. How far have people come to actually come to this destination location for
Well,
you?
a couple, well, we have the furthest one, well, I have them like they'll come up from Pennsylvania to visit people and stuff. They always come in here. But one of them was telling me they live over in the Berkshires, which is, 2 hours away or whatever. They come up, and I met those people in Holland. We were doing a food tour, my wife and I, and we're sitting there, and I'm trying not to tell them I'm a chef or a cook or anything, because then they spend all day saying, what do you think, what do you think? But somewhere along the line it came up that I was Papa Joe's from Milford, and they were like, oh my God, not Papa Joe's in Milford, New Hampshire. Like, yeah, and they told us how they drive up there from the Berkshires and stuff, but that was in Holland.
So, also here at Papa Joe's, there's, as you can see, imported Dutch goodies. And Marcella, could you tell us what the Dutch connection is?
Yep, I came to the United States when I was about 12 years old, and I have missed a lot of these foods. There are some Dutch people in the area, so I try to carry the things that both Dutch people and the Americans like. So we have the real, this is all imported. So we have the real windmill cookies, like the real ones, like they're nothing like the ones here. This is curry ketchup. A lot of our customers have gone crazy over this, so we sell a lot of it. These are little nuts that are covered with a crunchy coating and very flavorful. Of course, stroopwafels, which they have everywhere now. Individual stroopwafels.
Now, why would somebody have a Dutch windmill cookie? What's the? It seems like that is a staple of the Dutch. Is that?
It's that gingerbready flavor. It's just really.
And you have that with
very
your
well
coffee?
done. Yeah, but we do tea or your coffee. In Holland, you take these. You have a cup of tea or coffee. You take one, you set it on top. You go sit down. By the time you sit down, it's nice and warm and very delicious. So that's it. And then if you go into that bathroom, it's all Dutch, Delft blue tiles. And, I had one customer who came from Belgium, an elderly lady, and when she passed away, her son came here and he had this giant Delft blue windmill that was hers, and he wanted us to have it, so it's in there too. So a lot of these things actually come from customers. A lot of the older things that you see, people will come in and say, I found this or I had this.
This guy just followed me.
How fun! So you talked a little bit about being a chef, and we know in 2009 you started here with
Correct.
Papa Joe's, and then in 1999 was Humble Kitchen before
Right.
that. But before that, what was your chef experience?
I started at the Ashworth Hotel when I was 13 as a dishwasher, and I basically worked through all the different stations. I was there for about 10 years. I ended up getting up to like the assistant chef position. Then from there I went to, I think it was the Kingston 1686 house. I worked there for a little bit. And I just went through different restaurants and learned from a lot of, you know, good, really good old-fashioned chefs. You know, they hadn't been culinary trained, most of them at all either, but they just knew what to do. And I tried to learn the best, because everybody has a good part and a bad part or whatever. I tried to learn the good part from them. And what I basically learned is you try to get better at your craft every day, and that's what I do even now. I try, if I'm cutting a cucumber, I want to cut it a little faster, or, you know, I mean, thinner. But I still work on my craft to this day.
In all those journeys, have you felt like you had a mentor along the way at some point when you were younger?
Definitely different people that I worked for. Like at the Ashworth, it was the Grand Masons, they owned it. I've always blended in with the owners well. I was also the corporate chef for LPM Holding Company, and one of my good friends now is Bob Watson, who owned it. And we did all the digitals and stuff back in the day. We had all the cafeterias. We also did a lot of high-end catering. We were the exclusive caterer up at Tanglewood, the Boston Pops. I'd be at a cafeteria at 5 o'clock in the morning, and then I'd be at the Boston Pops at like 10 o'clock at night, closing up, you know, from catering that thing. So, yeah.
And so what brings people to Papa Joe's? Like, what's your biggest burger you think? What's the one that everybody gets?
The biggest, the biggest one is the Tim's Bacon Cheeseburger sells the best. I think it's just the classic, you know what I mean?
So we have chicken fingers and onion rings and french fries. And Mike, what kind of burger did you get?
Bacon cheeseburger.
The bacon cheeseburger. Now, Steven, the go-to chicken fingers.
Yep. They're good too, just like the burgers.
And is this a little change for you? Are you usually a burger guy?
Sometimes burgers, sometimes chicken.
When you get the burger, what's your burger here?
Bacon burger.
Bacon burger?
Yep.
How long have Mike and you been coming?
Since they opened.
2009, I believe, right?
Yep.
Wow. And why do you think it's such a successful place?
Because they got good food. And they're real good people. Yep.
And that makes a big difference.
Oh yeah. Yep. They're consistent.
Yeah. So coming for a consistent burger or switching it up to chicken fingers once in a while, that's what brings people back here. Quality food all the time and quality people.
And then after that, it's probably the Matt Steakhouse. The Cardiac is, you know, has a reputation of its own, and that was created by me and a bunch of guys. We were going. Skip Spalding is the creator, but we were driving up to the Cape, and we just happened to be sitting in the car yapping, and Skip's like, "We got to come up with a, you know, like a killer burger," and that's kind of where he came up with the Cardiac. And we just started throwing ideas around, and then we put that on the menu. And we just happened to be doing a menu change at the time, so I just had it stuck right on the menu as they printed it. And Travis, my son, who cooks out there, he wasn't too happy when he saw it.
So as you see, Papa Joe's constantly brings in a crowd. You gentlemen are regulars here. That is a big burger you have in front of you. Which burger did you get?
Heart attack.
The heart. What is in the Cardiac burger?
I don't know. It's
Good.
Well, we have Mama Joe over here. Mama Joe, come on over real quick. Can we find out what's in this Cardiac burger?
Two patties. One is Cajun and one is buffalo. Of course, I don't make for the kids too, so I'm like salami, bacon, onion rings, jalapenos, Cajun, Creole mayo,
And it's just
cheddar cheese, pepper jack cheese,
and it's just chock full of flavor.
Oh yeah.
Right.
And this is your go-to burger?
No, that's the first time.
For today.
And what, will you be getting it again?
Oh yeah.
And does it pair well with the onion rings? Awesome.
The only thing with the Cardiac is you're gonna have to have a nap.
Well,
Yeah, I can
he
see
won't like
why.
that.
It sounds like you're trying to bring a lot of your creativity into it, but has there been like a burger that you looked at it and in second thought said, I don't know if that's going to be a good burger for us to sell?
Well, our peanut butter and hot jelly is one of them, and that sells very well. The first couple of years when we opened, I mean, it took us a long time to establish the clientele. They wouldn't try that stuff. Now they have the confidence in us that when we put something out there, they'll do it. And it's, you know, and we just kick ideas around. It can be a customer, it can be, you know, somebody in the kitchen or whatever that comes up with a burger special that week.
So again, part of the community spirit that Papa Joe's does is they've sponsored a number of things, but most exciting has been the sponsorship of Morgan Andrews. Tell us a little bit about Morgan Andrews.
Morgan Andrews, we go back to when she was tiny. They were her brothers were on the swim team with my son Travis, and she would be running around there. She was, you know, just so little, and she just constantly had a soccer ball. Kicked it, and later on she went on to become a pretty successful, you know, soccer player. She was the Gatorade Player of the Year 2 years in a row, which was the first time that it happened, I believe.
For a female in high school sports,
yeah.
She also was drafted 3rd overall in the Major League Soccer draft,
right,
by the Boston Breakers. She actually scored the 2 winning goals for USC, University of Southern California, against Northwestern in the NCAA Women's Soccer Championship. And she hails right here from
She was here. In fact, she came back one time and we did a benefit for, I forget what charity she picked, but she came and spent the day here and we actually cooked outside.
I think it was Kicks for Kids.
Yeah, yes, exactly. And she, you know, she signed autographs and talked with the kids, and it was quite a turnout. And I think we raised like $3,000 for her.
Fantastic.
But, yeah, and you know, she just got married recently.
Yes.
Yeah, still my pride and joy jersey.
So here we are. We've been treated to a wonderful day here at Papa Joe's, and as a parting gift, we get our own burgers. We have the blue cheeseburger, I believe.
Bacon blue.
The bacon blue. And we also have the Tim's special, which I got, which is ketchup, lettuce, tomato, and bacon. And look at this 100% pure beef. Fantastic meal. I can't wait to dig in. Fantastic quality. The flavor is right there. It packs a punch. I am in Papa Joe's heaven. Thank you, Papa Joe's, for having us today. This is by far the best way to end our afternoon.